Hi everybody, this is your girl Favor Ikami, and I'm excited to share with you your favorite nuggets for this week. And what I'm going to talk about today is, it was a little bit strange for me. I was like, God, you really want me to talk about that? And yeah, sure, he wanted, because Favor needed to hear it. I needed to allow that word to get into my heart and to put me in a place to understand what God was doing in my life. And I know somebody out there needs to hear this too. And we're going to read today from Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 2. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, pardon me. English is not my first language, and I don't even know if Deuteronomy is an English word, but it is Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 2. It says, "Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years to humble and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. He humbled you, causing you to hunger and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord." You know, God was not just interested in bringing the Israelites out of Egypt. Neither was he just only interested in getting them through the desert. He wanted to get Egypt out of them. He wanted to get the wilderness out of them, right? Because it says everything they had been through was not to kill them, was not to destroy them, was not to stress them, was not for him to be a bad father or to make their lives even more difficult than it had already been. He wanted to test their hearts. Something you're going through in your life, maybe God just want to test your heart. Maybe God doesn't just want to bring you out of a location. He wants to bring a location from out of you, because we need a certain mindset in order for us to be able to not just possess what God has for us, but to have authority over it, or better still, I would say, to walk in the fullness of it. He did not just want them to be in the promised land. He wanted them to live the promised land lifestyle. He wanted them to enjoy the promised land. He wanted them to be governors over the promised land. He wanted them to be good stewards over the promised land. So he had to deal with the condition of what was inside of them. Slavery was in them. He had brought them out of slavery, but they had not allowed slavery to leave them. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what is it in your life that God has brought you out of, but you've not allowed that thing to get out of you? For me, it was wanting to belong, right? I'd been in so many different companies. I've been in so many different friendships and relationships where I was forcing my way to make it work. I was trying to do everything just so I could fit in. I could be a certain person or be regarded in a certain way, to the point where when God brought me out of those things, it didn't leave me. Even when I was with people that I didn't have to prove anything, I still wanted to prove, because that way of living, that way of thinking had not left me. I just want to encourage you today that God is not just trying to bring you out of the wilderness in your life, out of the Egypt. He's trying to get it out of you too. He's trying to get it out of your life, out of your system. And so with that, I want you to know that I am your favorite friend on this journey. I love you. I want you to stay encouraged, and I want you to let God do what he's doing in your heart. And until then, I will see you next week. Again, if you want to know more information about me and what I'm doing, what I'm all about, and what I'm involved in, you can visit my website